Happy Halloween! That's so annoying. Okay.
It's always best to start at the beginning, and all you do is follow the yellow brick road.
Hello, I am Mrs. Jack-o'-lantern. Well, I'm a baby green pumpkin. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, anyway, hi guys. So today I'm really excited because I'm gonna be sharing the Halloween costume that Wes and I are gonna be doing this year. So last year we were Jessie and Woody from Toy Story, and it was really fun, and I made our entire costumes from thrifted items. So the big reveal. Dun, 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 dun. We're gonna be Dorothy and the Tin Man. Insert cheering. We decided that we were gonna be Dorothy, me, and Wes is gonna be the Tin Man, which I'm really excited about because my entire life I have been obsessed with the Wizard of Oz, so this is very on brand for me. So in this video I'm gonna show you exactly how I'm gonna DIY our entire costumes with a lot of thrifted items. Also, my sister decided to visit me this week, and so come on in, Emily. Yes! Yes! Emily, who are you gonna be from The Wizard of Oz?
I am going to be Glinda. I've always loved Glinda's costume, partly because it's pink, and I love the color pink. So when I came to visit Amy and she was like, you need a Halloween costume, I was like, I can be Glinda. It'll fit the theme. It'll be super cute.
We're gonna break down costume by costume, all the thrifted items that went into each costume, and then we're gonna roll into the footage, the many hours. You're gonna see it really quick. But the many hours that it took us to make each costume, and I will break down each element. So if you wanted to make this costume for yourself, this video is going to be posted approximately 4 days before Halloween, so get started. First costume, let's start with the Glinda costume.
Perfect. Okay, so we were looking for a pink dress, and her dress is kind of like a light pink with shimmery silver accent. The first thrift store we went to, found a possibility and we decided to go for it.
Yes.
Even though it's not exactly the same color, I think it's gonna work really well.
You gotta use your imagination.
Yeah, so this is the dress that we found. It's definitely a darker pink. It has some like purpley tones to it. There are shoulder pads and the sleeves are kind of poofy. And it's oversized, so it has that kind of like poofy feel. I love the puff sleeve look. And the skirt here was also long enough that I felt like it's not a full-length ball gown, but it's gonna look like Glinda enough that it'll
That might
work.
be difficult to find in a thrift store.
That's what I thought.
Basically broke her costume down by the elements. So she has the pink dress, she has the big crown, she has the wand, she has a butterfly necklace, and then, like Emily said, silver accents on the dress. So we got the dress, we can do stuff with that. Then we ran to Michael's and we found these crafting supplies for her wand and crown. So we got dowel rods for the wand handle. We also picked up this metallic silver spray paint.
So the wand can be silver.
Yeah, so we're gonna be using this for the wand, and we're gonna be using this for the Tin Man costume. And then we got this awesome paper.
It's so sparkly.
It's amazing. So Glinda, if you don't know, you should know, but if you don't know, Glinda's got like a pharaoh's hat kind of a crown. We got 3 of these. So that we can use 2 for the crown and then 1 for the butterflies and the star on the top of her wand. Did I say Happy Wednesday at the beginning of this video?
I don't think so.
I'm so sorry. Happy Wednesday. How we start my videos, Happy Wednesday. It is Tuesday and not Wednesday, and our trunk or treat event is on Saturday. So we need to get this done by Saturday, so that's why we're kind of in a crunch. So now that we've shown you the elements for Glinda's costume, here is all of the footage of us making the costume. You can see how we put it all together.
So for this costume, we used glittery foam with sticky stuff on the back so you could peel something off. And I just took 2 sheets of that and I cut a shape along the top that looked like her crown in the pictures. And then we just taped those 2 pieces together, and I cut another little decal shape for the front because there's a point that comes down over her forehead. So yeah, literally 2 sheets fit my head perfectly. We taped them together, rounded them, and it turned into a perfect crown. And then for the wand, we spray painted 2 different long thin pieces of wood, and we glued and taped them together, then spray painted over it. And then I used the same foam to cut out 2 matching star shapes. One thing that I did that really helped to draw the butterflies and the stars, I drew a circle first, and then I could use the circle to make sure that everything was the same shape and size all the way around, so it was a little more symmetrical just from freehanding it. The dress was $5.99 at a thrift store, so it was the perfect price. And then what we decided to do was get a glittery tulle that was a lighter color to overlay it so it was closer to Glinda's actual dress color. The one in the film has like a V-neck with tulle and then this silver gem. And the dress that I found had more of a boat neck, but I went ahead and just kept it because I could have changed it to a V, but I liked it the way it was. It's kind of like an older 80s silhouette kind of look, and I really liked that. So I went with that. I ended up gathering tulle and sewing it around the waist for the skirt. And then I took the rest of the tulle and I draped it. I cut a slit in the middle, pulled it over my head, and then I draped, pinned, and sewed it so that it laid in a nice way on the front and then also gathered on the back, and there was some over my arms. So that was how I attached all of the tulle. And then for the final step, I took a bunch of the extra sticky silver glitter foam from the crown and the wand, and I cut it into stars and butterflies and stuck them all over the dress once it was on so I could see where they would lay. And that is basically all I did for the Glinda costume. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. I thought it was cute and it was really fun to be Glinda this Halloween.
That's all that I do.
And we're back. So now let's break down the Tin Man's costume. The Tin Man, you could get like super creative and like cover your whole body with silver things to make it look like a Tin Man, but basically what we're gonna do, I really hope this turns out, I think it will. Here's what we've got for the Tin Man. First off, Wes has a pair of gray pants that he's just gonna wear, and he has gray shoes, so bottom half's covered. Then we went to TJ Maxx and I just found this long sleeved gray shirt that's like a waffle material. It does not matter what the material is, $7.99, and he's just gonna wear this underneath of the Tin Man torso, which is this giant box. Wow. This giant box, which is from when we moved. It's originally from Old Navy. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the box this way. Can't even see. And his too big. His head's gonna come out this side, and his arms are gonna come out this side. So I'm gonna cut holes everywhere that he needs, and then I'm gonna have it so that the front swings open for when he gets his heart. So that's his torso, and we have the metallic spray paint from Michaels that we're going to be using on this. Really hoping this looks good because it could look really not good. That's the thing with Halloween costumes. You just have to embrace the DIY aspect. I was hoping to find like a funnel to spray paint to like put on his head because the Tin Man has like a kind of funnel hat situation, and we didn't find one. So I'm gonna make that out of paper and then spray paint it because it doesn't have to be like an actual funnel. But make some kind of pointy hat. That is the Tin Man idea that I have in my head. It needs a little bit of finesse. Hopefully that finesse will occur in the crafting process. So here is how I made the Tin Man costume. Hi guys. So for the Tin Man, this is what we have. The box. So we taped the front together so that it's flush, and we removed a lot of the tape in the hopes that the paint won't be weird when it's on the tape. So now what we're gonna do is cut out the neck hole. So what I've done is I've just done a little scoopy scoop shape for the neck, and we're gonna cut it out with the X-Acto knife. Now it's through the armholes. Oh. One second. Okay, the first coat is done. It actually gave really good coverage, and I think it looks super cute. So now I'm just gonna let this dry for about 30 minutes to make sure it's settled into the cardboard, and then we'll come back and we'll do a second coat.
So to make the Tin Man's heart, I used felt. I cut out 2 red hearts of felt, and then a small white circle and a slightly larger yellow circle. I drew a clock face onto the white circle and then used my sewing machine to sew all the pieces together. And then stuffed the heart and made a little hanger. For the torso of the Tin Man, I made a little flap on the front that when you opened it, there was a cutout where I could hang the little plushie heart inside, and I jerry-rigged this little button situation so that it could open and close. For the hat, I ended up just making this out of paper and then spray painted it silver, and spray paint covers up a world of hurt, so it actually looked pretty cute. I just taped a cone out of paper and then a cylinder out of paper and then a little circle on the top, glued and taped it all together and then spray painted it. And this is how the costume turned out. Wes looked adorable and it was super cute.
And we're back for the final costume. So I saved the best for last, not the best, but like the most iconic. Dorothy's the best. The first item that you need, of course, is her dress, her iconic blue gingham dress. So I found this, and it is a very long skirt, so it's probably ankle length on me because I'm kind of short. So I'm gonna make her dress out of this. And the thing is, making your own dress is kind of a big endeavor. You do not have to do that. You could just find a blue dress and wear it. You could buy a costume dress, they sell them. So I actually made a dress about a month and a half ago, and it was kind of based on Dorothy's dress, and it was made of purple material. We're kind of gonna follow that same idea with this dress. So the plan is, I'm gonna cut the skirt off at the knees, and then I'm gonna have all this extra fabric to make the top. And then I already have some cream fabric from my previous dress endeavor to make the puff sleeves and the shirt part. So that's gonna take a while. It's gonna be hard. I'm gonna try to show you as much as possible how I'm making the dress, but I do not have a pattern. I'm just literally making it off of measuring myself, measuring other dresses that fit me, making it work. I'm not using a pattern, so can't really help you out there. But they do sell patterns for Dorothy's dress, so you could definitely use a pattern. Then she wears blue socks, so we found these at TJ Maxx. Yes, so obviously these are like knee-high socks, which is not what we want. I thought it would be really cute. Number one, this was like a really good color, and it has these cute little ruffles at the end. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm going to I'm gonna cut the sock off where I want it and then sew the ruffle down here so that it's like a short ruffle. And I think that that'll be really cute and kind of add to the costume look. I think it's gonna work.
I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna be really cute.
And these were only $1.99 from TJ Maxx. We can move on to the shoes. I really lucked out at the same Goodwill we found Emily's dress, and I found these vintage heels. It's got like a short heel, which is perfect for Dorothy's style. A little bit of a pointy toe. These were $4.29 from Goodwill. And on our Michaels run, we grabbed this Glitter Blast Cherry Bomb spray paint, which is pretty much the best thing ever because it's glitter spray paint. Pretty excited about this. So I'm going to spray paint the shoes. I think these are honestly really cute shoes, how they are. We're just gonna make them even cuter by glitter blasting them. The last part of Dorothy's costume is of course her little basket. So in the movie, she has more of a picnic style basket, but I found this one at Goodwill and I just thought it was really cute and simple, and it worked. So it was $3.99, so I got this little guy. I did look at little dog stuffed animals to put inside, but I didn't see any that like were perfect, so I didn't get one. So I may or may not buy a little dog stuffed animal to put in here, but that's an option. Those are the materials for the costumes. We got a lot going on. Making 3 costumes in 5 days. Here's how I made Dorothy.
So now for the Dorothy costume, started off with the shoes. I just spray painted them with the Glitter Bomb red spray paint, which was a lot of fun. And I ended up using the entire can just to make sure it was an opaque coat. And then I went back after they were dry and I used a paintbrush to paint on Mod Podge to seal it in. And the shoes ended up kind of cracking throughout the night when I wore them, so I kind of wish I hadn't Mod Podged them. I don't know if that would have made a difference or not.
When I got up this morning and looked outside, I genuinely thought someone had been murdered on my patio from spray paint carnage. Just fun Halloween things.
For the dress, I made it out of the skirt. So at first I put the skirt on and then cut the bottom off where I wanted it, re-hemmed the skirt. This process is really hard to explain because I don't really have any clear-cut step. I'm not a professional seamstress. I don't really know how to make clothes. I just do it. So I made a pattern piece out of some brown paper that I had because I was trying to make sure that I would have some kind of structure for this. I made a bodice out of the cream fabric, and then I made puff sleeves, and I'll link the video that I used to help me make puff sleeves because it's really good.
Never let those ruby slippers off your feet for a moment, or you will be at the mercy of the wicked witch of the west.
After I made all that, I had to sew in a zipper and then add the blue part on the front. So Emily really helped me in this part. She basically pinned the blue part onto me while I was wearing the undershirt, and then I could just hand sew it around the edges and then sew on the straps and then sew down the straps and add the buttons on the front. And I did not actually end up making it into a dress because I ran out of time. So I just wore the top and tucked the unfinished edges into the skirt, and no one was the wiser. In the future, when I have, spare time, I will finish the top and or sew it to the skirt. I'm not entirely sure if I will keep the skirt and top separate pieces or sew them together. So here are all the finished costumes together. Emily and Wes and I had a ton of fun at our church's trunk or treat. Making Halloween costumes is super fun. I can't wait to come up with an idea for next year. Let me know down in the comments what you're dressing up as for Halloween this year, and I'll see you next Wednesday for another video. Bye guys!
Oh honey, though our friendship ceases from now on.
You need help? Yeah. Okay, painting my nails. Okay, hold this. Okay. Wow. Okay. Here you go. I think you should include Cherry Bomb, the song. I think you should blast it when you say Cherry Bomb! I think you should. And I think you should include the